Right, off we go.
Starting out on Monday the 10th, and one of the biggest dramas on the street is all to do with Steve and his love of meat. To relieve some of the stress and worry surrounding Oliver, Steve decides to drop into the cafe and grab himself a sausage barm, only to be told by Nina that they're having a veggie day. Like any normal, level-headed person, Steve says okay and bids them good day. No, he actually storms out, only to return later on waving around his own personal pack of sausages. Meanwhile, Toya is meeting with Karen, the social worker, about fostering, and is told that the wheels will be put in motion as soon as she receives a reference from Leanne, so it looks like we are going to start seeing some more progress on that soon. Time could be running out for Gary, as Adam finds out a little secret about the watch, with Bernie telling him that it had the name Rick engraved on the back of it, and that she found it in the woods. Not only that, but Bernie also warns Adam that Gary seems very keen to get his hands on it. Adam decides to tell Imran about the watch, and how this is further proof of why he thinks that Gary is the one responsible for murdering Rick Nealon. The saga of the watch doesn't end there though, as Sarah gets caught out when Craig returns her bag from the accident scene and Adam walks in to find her holding the watch. There's a lot of uncertainty and unease around the street, all surrounding Jeff this episode. First of all, Alia confides in Imran that she's decided to sell her share of Speed Dial so that she can start to distance herself from Jeff. Obviously, Imran's shocked to hear this. It's been a heavy news day for him after all. Alia also visits Yasmin in hospital and tells her about Elaine's disappearance and how she and Sally have reason to suspect that Jeff may be behind it. Yasmin says that whilst Jeff's on the loose, she feels much safer in prison, which is a bold statement and really drives home quite how scared Yasmin is. Sally, on the other hand, has other ideas about Speed Dial, as she suggests Alia should just try and buy Jeff out, and to help her along, she offers Alia her wedding money, pointing out that it was rightfully Yasmin's money anyway. And finally for this episode, there is something a little more light-hearted than Jeff, potential murder watches and sausage-induced rage, and that is Chesney accidentally making a starring role in Gemma's vlog. Chesney comes down the stairs, naked from the waist up, carrying his shirt that's freshly covered in baby sick, only to discover that he's walked right into Gemma's livestream. Naturally, he is mortified and is convinced that he is going to be a complete laughingstock. And that's all we have for Monday, so let's move on to what's happening on Wednesday the 12th of August, starting with Adam and Sarah. Adam is demanding from Sarah that she has to tell him everything she knows about Gary and Rick Nealon. Not being left with too much choice, Sarah says that if Gary did kill Rick, then he did it to protect her and her family. How is Adam going to react to that? That we sadly can't tell you, but let us know in the comments what you think. Steve's sausage fury has rolled over into a second episode, and Leanne comes to the cafe to find him holding his meat-based protest behind the counter. Leanne realises that the stress of Oliver's condition is clearly getting to him, and she does her best to try and support him by calmly getting him out of the cafe, back to number one, and cooking up the sausages that broke the camel's back. She makes it clear to Steve that she's there for him, and it's completely okay to be upset over Oliver. Thankfully, this seems to do the job, and Steve seems to take comfort in what he's hearing. Back to Speed Dial, and Alia's attempts to buy out Jeff aren't going too smoothly as he is outright refusing the offer. Alia gets her revenge though, as she takes great pleasure in telling him that Sally was giving her the money that he gave them for their wedding. How's Tim going to react to the money situation? Yeah, we can't say, but would love to know what you think. Lastly, for Wednesday's episode, Gemma gets a bit of a midweek shock when she checks her vlog page to discover that not only has Nude Chesney not gone viral, but also that somebody using the name Van87 has messaged her. Chesney tries to warn Gemma off the idea, but Gemma agrees to do a video chat with the mystery user. Gemma makes her video call and is surprised to discover that Van87 is actually Vanessa from Baby Senses. Do you think Gemma should give Vanessa another chance after their history together? And that just about wraps up Wednesday, so let's move on to Friday 14th of August, and we are kicking off the spoilers with Maria's wedding. Emma and Carla are busy helping Maria prepare for the wedding, but in true Corrie fashion there's a kink when Audrey is forced to bail out due to a stomach bug, so Maria goes to David to ask him to witness her wedding instead. And having previously been goaded by Adam, Gary decides to head round to number 8 to ask Sarah exactly what she told him. Sarah insists that she didn't tell him a thing, but Adam's convinced that she is still in love with Gary. The gifted wedding money remains a big point of tension as Sally apologises to Tim for giving Alia the money without talking to him first, but assures him that they can still afford their wedding. Jeff isn't going to let that lie though, and summons all of his spite, telling Sally that Tim will always choose him over her as blood is thicker than water, and because Jeff's a wonderful human being. Gemma is understandably still unsettled from her recent video call with Vanessa and confides in Kathy about what a tough time she's having. Ignoring literally everyone's warning about being careful, Gemma arranges to meet Vanessa, but Bernie has other ideas in mind. To round off the week, Abby is having a last minute change of heart and tells Seb that she has to say goodbye to the twins before they leave and begs him to speak to the social worker on their behalf. And finally, Mary calls into the factory and shows Sean the brand new fleecy blanket she ordered online, covered in images of Ben Shepherd. She explains that Ben is the love of her life, but she's willing to share it. Sean, like practically everyone else in the entire world, is speechless. That's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more spoilers, and let us know in the comments what you think the fallout from this week is going to be. See you next time.